Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Boli's Only Pans, and I'm going to be posting videos about food I like to make, and I hope that you guys can make it too. Also, side note, this is my first time making a video, so just bear with me with the editing and the video quality at the beginning. Hey guys, today we're going to be making a carbonara, a rigatoni carbonara. It's one of my favorite pasta dishes, and it's a simple one. It only involves a few ingredients. It's easy to make. You can make it quickly, and it doesn't sacrifice on flavor at all, so it's amazing. I hope you guys like it. Check it out. As you can see, there are very few ingredients in carbonara, and this might not be the most traditional way, just to have it on the record, but this is a delicious way, and this is how I make it. This entire recipe is going to be based on one box of pasta, so 500 grams, which can serve around 4 people or 3 really hungry people. Here I'm grating about 1.5 cups of Parmesan cheese. And as you can see at the end, make sure you save those rinds. Those are really great for adding to tomato sauces, adding to soups. Just make sure you save them. You can either throw them in the fridge or throw them in the freezer for whenever you need them. After you get all that cheese into a nice medium-sized bowl, it's time to get cracking. In general, for 1 box of pasta, I like to use 3 whole eggs and 2 egg yolks. And the extra yolks are what makes this thing extra creamy, but no cream. Please don't add cream. That's a sin. And with the leftover egg whites, they're great for making omelets in the morning, or you can make a meringue or whatever the hell you want, but you can just toss them if that's not your thing. Just as a technique here, there are 2 easy ways of separating egg yolks from their whites. Here, I'm cracking the egg gently on a flat surface so the shell doesn't fully shatter. And then I split the shell in half. Using the shell as a mini cup, I pass the yolk from one shell to the next, trying to let the egg white fall into the separate bowl below. Forgot to take a video of it, but add a few cracks of black pepper to the bowl with the cheese and the eggs. In a cold, high-walled sauté pan, or just a regular sauté pan if you don't have, add your pancetta, a few whole peeled cloves of garlic, and a few glugs of olive oil to get the pancetta starting to render. Then, set your pan to medium heat, and by this time, your pasta water should hopefully be boiling. It's time to add your pasta to the water, give it a stir to make sure that the noodles don't stick. And here, I went for a rigatoni. It's most classically made with either spaghetti or bucatini, but I chose for a rigatoni. It's what I had on hand. And then to the hot pan, you want to add a few more cracks of black pepper. This is going to help the pepper bloom in the oil and give a nice aroma and a little bit of a bite to the final dish. At around the 9-minute mark, it should look golden and slightly crisp like mine. It's time to pull the garlic out and shut the heat off. You should even move the pan off the heat source so that it can cool down, because otherwise you'll risk the chance of making scrambled eggs at the end, and we really don't want that. So the box on the pasta said it was al dente at 12 minutes. So I set my timer for 11 minutes, and you need to make sure you reserve about 1 cup of the pasta water before draining the pasta out. Off the heat, add the pasta to the pan of the pancetta and its fat, giving it all a toss to make sure the pasta gets coated in the oil. And this is a good time to add about 1/3 of the pasta water and give it another toss. This gives the pasta a minute to cool down before we add the cheese and egg mixture. And the next part is the most crucial. And in order to avoid making scrambled eggs and to emulsify your sauce, you need to make sure it's constantly moving. Then add the egg mixture to the pasta and either toss it or stir it constantly until everything is looking like one cohesive sauce. This might take about 1.5 minutes. If it looks too dry, add a bit of pasta water, and if it looks too wet, add a little bit of Parmesan cheese and keep tossing the whole time. This is going to happen a bit by feel. But in the end, you should have a creamy sauce that pools a tiny bit in the bottom of the pan, because as it sits, it's going to continually tighten up. As you can see here, I just kept tossing. I realized my sauce is a little bit too wet because there's a lot of pancetta fat, so I added a little bit of Parmesan cheese and then continually tossed until it got to the right consistency that I wanted. You can see that my sauce is more on the saucy side rather than a clumpy mess, and I like it that way because I know when I put it in the bowl, as it sits, it's gonna keep getting a little bit tighter, and it's gonna be that perfect texture. And now it's just time to plate up. Add a little bit more of fresh Parmesan, a little bit of fresh cracked black pepper, and that's all she wrote. If you got the emulsion right, the final product should be really glossy, beautiful, and rich. With all the Parmesan cheese and the extra egg yolks, this creamy yet creamless pasta dish is great with a glass of wine, or 3, but I'm not going to be the judge. Carbonara is one of the simplest pasta dishes that all comes together in about 20 minutes start to finish, which makes it a great meal for a weeknight. And it's not only that, but it's a prime example of a dish that is more than the sum of its parts. If you guys enjoyed this video or learned something, please give me a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. That's good. Hope you guys all cooked this and enjoy as much as I did. If so, like and subscribe. Thanks so much. See you next time, guys.